Hello world!
The resolution for recognizing Palestine as an official state went to the Security Council.
Nope, it hasn't gone yet. It's gonna go.
What's the difference whether a tiny piece of paper goes to the massive United Nations anyway?
It's a tiny piece of paper. Okay, that's all it is. Tiny piece of paper.
Oh, you rude Palestinians. Why have you done this without coordinating with the Godfather?
And what a big move, writing the security resolution for the recognition of their own country. You mean you want to tell me that after 60 years of hard work and mass spending by the owners of these symbols, in order to keep the world busy and in control, and keep them safe from dangerous creatures like you, now with just a piece of paper you want to ruin their game?
Why oh why do you not listen to the Godfather? Is there a need for this to happen to you guys again?
You never listen, and that's why the Godfather, who is upset and angry, has announced through this John of course, that if Palestine sends a resolution to the Security Council, Washington will veto it for sure.
Well, that oughta set you right. You hadn't thought your plan for recognition through, huh? Haven't you ever heard the fair and magical word, veto?
The magic word through which 5 countries out of such a gigantic world and massive human population have greater powers than the other 190 or so.
But suppose one of these 5 countries becomes drunk and suddenly nukes the entire world, then acquits themselves using their veto power. Then what the hell do we do? Blame these dangerous creatures?
Interestingly, John Kerry has threatened Palestinians against trying to become members of international organizations, especially the International Criminal Court. Well, I don't know what else to say.
Ay, caramba!
Spanish members of parliament have shut their mouths.
Why? Maybe because they were talking too much.
Nope, this was done in order to show their disagreement with the draft bill which makes illegal the internet sharing of footage of police brutality, especially during interrogations and when dispersing demonstrators. If the bill passes, those who participate in unauthorized protests will be dealt huge blows.
But this is a good law for the government. It appears the MPs are seeking some sort of a revolution. You ought to be hanged upside down for causing such a fuss and trying to prevent peaceful police activities. Oh, and if the bill passes, where would Hello World get its pictures from?
Detainees were subjected to the most aggressive techniques immediately, stripped naked, diapered, physically struck, and put in various painful stress positions for long periods of time. They were deprived of sleep for days, in one case up to 180 hours. That's 7.5 days, over a week with no sleep, usually standing or in stress positions, at times with their hands tied together over their heads, chained to the ceiling.
The techniques that we use have been fully disclosed to appropriate members of the United States Congress.
And now, let's check out these irrelevant headlines.
We had no freaking idea that these tortures were happening. Human rights? You gotta be kidding me. It's all a load of crap. No one knew about these tortures and we were waiting for your report. We'll do whatever we like. You got a problem with that? What a free country.
We give reports about our own crimes.
In summary, these headlines were all about the very few pages of lies against us Americans.
This government does not torture people. You know, we stick to U.S. law and our international obligations.
None of it can possibly be true. Because what does the Godfather have to do with words such as Guantanamo, Abu Ghraib, and Camp Nema, the nasty-ass military area? And this is without even mentioning the secret prisons all around the world that we have no names for.
We tortured some folks. We tortured some folks. We tortured some folks.
But now, it's time to check out the best of the world. The most brutal of the world.
The bloody attack on a school belonging to the Pakistan Army in Peshwar, which left 132 students and 9 teachers and staff dead.
The family-run business of the world.
Jeb Bush, whose big brother and big daddy are ex-presidents of America, has announced that he will run to become President 3.0 in the next election.
The same old story of the world.
On-the-run criminal in Pennsylvania shot dead 6 of those close to him.
The useless as usual of the world.
The final day of the UN Climate Summit passed without any agreements being reached, and with great tensions between the Chinese and Americans, the 2 largest producers of greenhouse gases and the main perpetrators of global warming. Just letting you know, America and China jointly produce 45% of the world's carbon dioxide.
The punishment for doing business without the Godfather's permission of the world.
America fined the German bank $1 billion for trading with Cuba.
The take no prisoners of the world.
Obama wants to degrade and destroy ISIS.
Our objective is clear. We will degrade and ultimately destroy ISIL.
The modern family of the world.
The parents of ISIS who gave them birth only a short while ago and now want to kill them.
You have brats yourself?
Yeah, I got a boy, Mikey, and one mistake, Matilda.